would interest you to know that in our world of today, we have a number of females who are leading countries and are blazing the trail. Some of them include Folorunsho Alakija, Okonjo Iweala, Ibukun Awoshika, Hillary Clinton, Jacinta Ardern, and Angela Merkel. So it seems like, as against the narrative where females are relegated and subjugated, it seems like we're now taking over, basically. Welcome to the Orators Diary podcast, your go-to podcast for public speaking tips, tricks, speeches, and vibes. My name is Zainab and Adeoye, and today we're going to be talking about the future is female.
I am Afope Folorum.
I am Adeoye.
I am Joshua Praise.
So yes, Afope, let's start with you. What do you think about the future is female? Is the future female?
For me, I feel that topic, the future is female, is not overemphasized at all. Because, we have seen the men take the lead over the years, previous years. And I feel like it's time for us to take our place. We are not dumb heads. So why should we?
Do you think you guys can do it better?
Definitely. Do you know Madam Angela Merkel? She was the Chancellor of Germany for 4 times in a row, and she did it better. I'm not going to say she did better than her predecessors, but she was effective.
Okay.
So that we cannot do it better is not.
It's not a question.
Exactly, it's not a question.
Okay, but do you think doing it better is a question of the gender or the question of the person?
Well, it could be the question of the person, but we need to invest more in females, because normally we say, okay, she can't do it because she's female. That is wrong. Yeah. Essentially.
And you asked that question, which is the right question. It's not a question of gender, it's a question of the person. And the fact has made it clear that, these days, female are doing a lot to empower themselves. We've seen a lot of female initiatives, to empower women and girls and all of that. And even, the argument may come up and say, okay, you're empowering females.
Yeah, but you're not empowering males.
Yeah, but we've also seen conferences and empowerment networks that want to empower every single person in the world, but the males decide to sit at home or to do something else to make money. The females are like, okay, I want to empower myself, I want to grow my mind, but the male gender just feel like
they should just sit at home.
Yeah, they just want to make money.
We actually have males that are thinking the same way.
Yeah, but then population-wise,
they're just a few. You get a few are just like, okay, I want to develop myself. It's not all about the money. It's not all about this. It's not all about that. It's just basically just like, maybe let me say 1 out of 10. That thinks that particular
which is
way.
Actually very low.
Actually very, very low.
Actually very low.
Because when you talk about leadership, we are not talking about just your physical appearance. We are talking about mental development. We are talking about emotional intelligence. So how do you expect people that will come up, to the position of leadership and be so effective and they don't go through all these kind of trainings? So when we are saying the future is female, we are not capping, if you allow me to use that word.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the future really is female. Okay, I think we should say more about the fact that there are a number of initiatives, programs, opportunities for females at the expense of males. Isn't that imbalanced as well?
To me, in my own opinion, I feel it is imbalanced in the sense that the fight should not be that females should be 100% involved. It should just be that there should be reduced inequality in the society. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. There should be reduced inequality in the sense that let us bring females on board. Let us see what they can do. Let us, just like you said, let us empower them. But let us not neglect the male also. We understand the fact that a few number of male might not want to be involved in all this, but might be involved in this. Like large number does not want to do this. But those few that want to do, come on, let us match them together and let's see what they will do.
Yeah, I feel okay. You. Yeah.
Okay, the future is looking like it is going to the female.
Amazing.
Or unless it is going to the female if we do not channel our programs towards including the male gender too, and that's because the future should be inclusive. It should be both genders, and that's actually based on the fact that most individuals are it's like I said, it's about the person, it's about the individual. It's not really about the gender. So we need capable hands that would help us build the society.
Yeah, I also feel like we need a balanced society because the future is not going to be made up of just females. We're going to be both females and males, and maybe even transgender and all of those other things.
Yeah, and I literally
Wow.
Yeah, so really we need a balanced society. So if you're empowering females, if there are companies, organizations, initiatives all invested in females, there should be an equal amount for males as well, especially boy as they are growing up, as they are boys, so because it's better to like catch them young, because at the end of the day, when the females grow and they are all developed professionally, personally, because of our society, we still come back to the issue of marriage. So are you saying that I should come with all of my glory, my achievements, and marry this man who is
just there?
yeah.
I thank you for using the word who's just
Just
there.
there,
Because I was
just there, not growing.
Yeah, because I was going to use a much more negative word, which would not be really nice.
Yeah. One thing one of my mentors say, she says, before you marry somebody, you need to ask him, do you have wood for my fire? Because I'm burning.
Exactly.
So I will not be somewhere. I can't marry somebody that cannot engineer the potentials that I have.
Amazing.
And because, okay, let's say for instance in Nigeria, you have the ideology that once somebody is 21 or 22, in their 20s, they're expected to be married. But the truth is that you are not going to stop at being 20. You are going to evolve.
Exactly.
And anybody that is evolving in that kind of sense, you are becoming big and better. A man that does not know these things will be threatened and will be insecure by your growth.
Definitely.
Yes.
So I feel like in as much as we want the males or the women to grow, and we want the male to grow, we also need to look into the aspect of encouraging the males to see the importance in learning and personal development.
Yes.
Because the truth is, we agree, there are empowerment networks, there are a lot of conferences out there, there are initiatives for females, but even the ones that are for both genders, the males do not attend most of the time.
Yes,
they
so
see
I feel
it
like-
as a female thing.
Yeah,
like
actually.
females go for conferences, female learn this personal development thing, female do this, but the male, okay, I just want to make money, I just want to buy that car, don't worry, I'm going to take care of you.
Exactly.
That's their idea.
Exactly. The thing is, this I want to pick you up on that line that I said. I just want to make money and stuff.
yeah.
If see, I have friends that if you invite them to, like, okay, well, there's an intellectual program somewhere. Okay, guys, let's go. They'll be like, come on, are they going to give me money there? Am I going to see money there? And I'll be like, come on, you get value. Value is also money, kind of. But they don't, since it is not raw cash. They don't believe in it. So I think as a male, we need to dead that idea first off. That idea of saying first off, it is money and money alone. I think we need to kill that idea from the. It should not even go at all.
I feel like killing that idea would come from our homes, because of course charity begins at home.
Yeah.
So our mothers, fathers, parents basically need to understand that the way you're cultivating a female should not be different from how you're cultivating a male. For example, I have an aunt who has 2 male children and 1 female. The female is the last. So are you saying that because she has a female and that these boys are boys, they can't do the things that girls would naturally in quotes, of course, naturally do? Like, so she has to do all of the house chores. She has to. No, really, because these people are males, yes, but then she can't be stressing herself just because they are males. Do you get?
Yeah, I feel everything boils down to the orientation and the social inclination, because a lot of the individuals in the society are brought up to think that as a guy you should naturally be able to find your way, you should be able to find your footing in life, because everything about the guy is just financial per se. It's about the money, it's about this, about that. True. But a lady is monitored. Let me use that word, monitored. She's looked after.
Because she's fragile.
Exactly.
I beg, please.
That's something we need to throw out the window.
Exactly.
Even the Bible stated that they are the weaker vessel.
But it doesn't change the fact
joking?
But it doesn't change the fact that the fact your assertion that they are fragile is born out of social inclination.
Exactly.
And still the same orientation we are talking about. And that's why we need more voices that can help spread this gospel, so that we can learn that whatever a man can do, a woman can equally do so.
Yeah,
okay.
And I totally agree with what Ade is saying, and I'm so glad that we are bringing this up and we are talking about this. And I feel like more often than not, the reasons why things pan out the way they pan out is because of what they see. We've heard so many times, or I've heard personally, that children learn from their parents with what they see their parents doing more than what their parents say. So when we have young people like us grow up to be better informed individuals, and as a father you can go into the kitchen to assist your wife, you can follow your wife to conferences even when it is female oriented. You can say, yes son, let's go to that women empowerment, and you're cheering your mother up. Obviously the guy is never going to grow up to be that I'm strong, I'm a guy, I can't cry, that kind of thing. Is always going to be involved. So we are talking about, yes, the future should not be like just female but inclusive. So these things are part of what
so I feel like in terms of what you said, I'll still be on my stance that charity begins at home. So yes, when your children are growing, you have a guy and a girl, a boy and a girl basically. But then the kinds of toys you buy for the girl is different from the kinds of toys that you buy for the boy. You buy toys that requires the girl to sit in one place, maybe a kitchen set, she has to be cooking, but you buy toys that improve activity, that encourage activity, like a toy train or an aeroplane that requires the guy to run about. But then the girl is in one place sitting down cooking, or maybe she's doing makeup, or maybe she's taking care of a teddy bear or something. So those things, those little things actually also inform our gender roles.
I also think that even the media has contributed immensely to this, because I had a discussion with some set of people a few months back, and we talked about the fact that when we were younger, the movies for girls were like Cinderella, and we have the storyline of a girl in trouble, and the girl
always
is
being
helpless,
saved by a guy,
and
right?
she needs a guy to come and rescue her. Why does it have to be like that?
I remember Snow White. I'm wishing for the one I love to find.
Exactly.
Go out and find the one you love.
So I understand that these shows are for entertainment and the rest. But I think it's very detrimental that women are being or rather girls are being exposed to these things at the formative years.
Yes, exactly.
They want to find, like, this is when they pick things easily. This is when they get a glimpse of how the society should be, and you are showing her she should be dependent on a man, she always look out for a man to help. I think that in order to prevent the future from being feminine inclined or female per se, we have to curb some of these things. We have to put more things out there in the media that would promote a socially inclusive
I think
society.
that's why I really like the new cartoons that are going in circulation, like Moana, Brave. Because it shows females being brave and basically. But I don't know if you guys,
even superhero movies,
there are now more females on it, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we're now back to talking about the fact that females have been relegated. But then we're talking about how the future is female. Like most likely might be female.
To be very honest, the future is actually, I don't want to say it's going to be female, but just like Adeoye said, looks like it's going to be female.
Oh my gosh.
Because I stated this earlier that sometimes back it was behind the successful man you see a woman. Presently we are hearing beside the successful man you see a woman. If we don't hold these people,
what is invoked now is that behind a successful woman is a man watching her back. That she doesn't fall.
No. You know the funny thing is, if we still don't hold you guys, it will be like miles behind or kilometers behind a successful woman is a I don't understand. Well,
okay, so the point is we don't want it to be that you're holding us back or we are holding you back. The society is supposed to be balanced. Males are supposed to be empowered. Females are also supposed to be empowered. There should be equality. Basically, there should be equal opportunities available for both females and males. So as long as there's she leads Africa, there should be he leads Africa, right? So there it should be balanced so that everybody can be involved. Both males and females can build self-awareness. They can build personal development, and all of these
things. And they can grow, of course.
So I think it's high time we started clamoring for an equally an inclusive program or equal empowerment per se. And that's because if you check a survey conducted by the Lagos State's domestic violence response team, it posits that 80.8% of most of those guys convicted for domestic violence, child abuse, sexual assault were also abused as children. So if all our programs and empowerment schemes are directed only towards the female, the fact that the females will not be safe, because the society is made up of a man and a woman and those who decide to be transgender. So but then it doesn't change the fact that men and young guys are also an essential part of the society.
Very
so
true.
it is in order to even secure the future of the female, we must ensure that the future of the male child is also seen. So ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of today's episode, and I'm glad to announce to you that this podcast was brought to you by ABC Speak. And just in case you're interested in pursuing a career in public speaking, please do well to sign up for our training. To do that, you can contact Empress on 0701 635 6886, or you can also contact us on our IG handle at absis_speak. Remember, I can speak,
You can speak.
and
Anybody can speak.